On this episode, we discuss Trump's deal to sell U.S. weapons to NATO to give to Ukraine. The idea that it will take 89 years for Russia to take all of Ukraine. The Army's new tank manual, ground drones, drones dropping spike strips, and more. Okay, let's go.
Conflict, politics, military-industrial complex, technology, war. The Flash Traffic Podcast.
So Trump had a meeting with Mark Rutte in the Oval Office this morning. Let's just go right to the clip.
Here that we are very unhappy, I am, with Russia, but we'll discuss that maybe a different day. But we're very, very unhappy with them, and we're going to be doing very severe tariffs if we don't have a deal in 50 days. Tariffs at about 100%. You'd call them secondary tariffs. You know what that means.
You know what that means. 100%. Everybody knows what
secondary tariffs. It's coming.
Everybody knows what secondary tariffs is. So he's kicking the can down the road. 50 days. 50 days.
As usual, that's what he does.
War.
When you have a Russia first policy, you kick the can down the road. Correct.
Mm-hmm. We're not happy with you. We're very angry with you. I'll come talk to you in 50 days if you don't do it.
I don't like you.
50 days.
Bad boy.
Well short of the 500% tariff on anyone messing with Russia oil or products that Lindsey Graham, the Republican senator from South Carolina,
Lindsey Graham,
is proposing. He's either ex or retired Army JAG.
Really?
Yes. So
thank you for your service.
Yes, thank you, Lindsey.
Thank you for your service. Thank
Very
you, sir.
Southern name, not to make fun of Lindsey Graham. It falls short of his 500% tariffs proposed.
A little bit. I mean, it's in the ballpark.
We'll see. We don't even know what these tariffs are going to be in 50 days. Trump's like, it's 100%. What does that mean?
Nobody
100%?
knows.
No, Trump doesn't know.
Nobody knows. He doesn't know.
Nobody knows.
He doesn't know.
The Department of Revenue, the Treasury,
no,
they don't know.
They don't know.
Department of Treasury doesn't have any idea what he's talking about. Probably didn't even alert the Department of Treasury that he.
There's probably no communication between the
two. No. So beyond a bunch of ass kissing from Mark Rutte, NATO's ass kisser in chief.
I almost thought you were going to say Rubio, but okay, thank you.
Little Mark Rutte. Beyond probably a lot of ass kissing. I keep saying ass kicking.
There's no ass kicking in NATO.
There's no ass kicking in the Oval Office. Trump is inking a deal with NATO to sell weapons to NATO to give to Ukraine. Primarily, it sounds like Patriot missile batteries.
Makes sense.
I don't care what you think about Trump or what you think about the administration.
Only good things.
Yeah, right.
Only good things.
Okay, look, the art of the deal. This is a good deal. Trump has finally made a good deal. I don't care what you think about Trump. I don't care what you think about what I think about Trump. This is a good deal. We're making our allies buy the weapons to give to Ukraine. Like Trump said in this interview.
That's not bad. That's not a bad deal.
We have spent $350 billion on Ukraine. And now we're going to actually make money on Ukraine.
Okay. Sounds good.
Really?
Okay.
I think you're just agreeing with me.
No, okay. That's fine. If NATO wants to buy weapons that they need to do their part against Russia, I'm all for it. Okay. That's cool in the gang.
I thought you would give me more pushback. I was preparing for more pushback.
Okay, I mean, you do both. I mean, you don't just sell it. You also got to help them out and, do whatever you can. I got all that shtick, but okay.
In that interview, Trump goes on to say that the United States makes the best weapons in the world.
Ish, depending on the topic. We all know it's the Germans. We know it's the Germans. We know it's the Germans.
It's not the Germans. The Germans make a couple things. They make like a shovel like the best e-tool in the world. They don't make the best
Germany's
fighter
been
jet.
making the best weapon. Okay, maybe I give the aircraft to the U.S. Okay, fine.
They don't make the best strategic bombers in the world.
Okay, you haven't
Only
given them a chance.
only 3 countries have nuclear strategic bombers. Russia, China,
Iran,
and the
North Korea, and the
no,
U.S.
you're ridiculous. Russia, China, U.S. The only 3 countries that have strategic nuclear bombers. So I think it's a good deal. The art of the deal. I think Trump is right. We've spent a lot of money on Ukraine. We make the best weapons in the world. You want to buy these weapons. I get it. I think it's a good deal. So
Yeah,
more
me too.
more to come. More to come on that in 50 days, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, because he'll stick to that.
How much territory do you think Russia can claim in 50 days? Like 2 square kilometers?
Yeah, I think so.
If they really push it?
If they really, I think you nailed it. Yeah.
Is that where we're at right now?
That's where we're at right now.
So that is a good segue into this Economist article that came out this weekend.
World War II rates of advance. Yep.
I will share part of the article right now, and I will put the rest of it in the show notes.
Fair enough.
What this article is saying is that it will take, part of what it was saying, it will take 89 years for Russia to take all of Ukraine at this rate.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting, but not compelling. I don't believe that they meant for everyone to latch on to that simple linear mathematical statement and make it seem like there is no way Russia can defeat Ukraine. Because all the staunch, ridiculously pro-Ukrainian individuals, and they're not ridiculous because they're pro-Ukrainian, they're just blindly pro-Ukrainian. They've latched onto this to say, I think the logic is, look, Ukraine is not going to fall to Russia. And that is a dumb-headed way of thinking about this war.
Dumb-headed? I like it.
To take simple, linear calculations on the current rate of advance of the Russian army and extrapolate that to the next 89 years. Because as we all know from watching any part of history, World War I, World War whatever, the Civil War.
Don't go there.
Definitely the Civil War. Look, the wars and fronts and static lines and trench warfare, they're not linear. They're static for a while.
They're sometimes linear.
For a while, and then something happens, and then there's a breakthrough. And then it becomes an exponential curve, and then your entire country is gone.
If that's how it plays out.
Sure. But that's how it usually plays out.
That's not how it usually plays out. There's a lot of what ifs. How are things going? There's a lot
of variables.
A lot of variables as opposed to this cookie cutter nonsense you're trying to spin.
I will say it's very less likely that the actual curve of this
Fair
war,
enough.
if played out for 10 years more, is a very linear curve where the rate of advance is continuous.
Fair enough. Just leave it at that. Say that and leave it at that. Fair enough.
Okay. Can I say the analogy with a dam?
Please do. I would like to hear it very much.
I believe it's like the analogy with a dam. Is if there's a crack in the dam and you look at the crack in the dam and say, look, there's a crack in the dam, but at this rate, it's going to take 89 years for the entire reservoir to drain into the valley. And we know that's not how cracks work. It's all of a sudden the dam breaks and everybody is, maybe it's too soon to use that analogy. Is it the flooding
deep.
analogy?
No, that's fine. It's very deep.
It's too soon.
Thank you so much, sir, for that. Yes,
the
sir.
other analogy that is cliche now is the Hemingway quote. The Hemingway quote that
it's a good one.
How did you go bankrupt? Slowly at first, and then all of a sudden.
Yeah.
That's almost a cliche now. It's been thrown around so much.
But
in
it's
terms of this war.
accurate, and it still works today. And that's how humanity thinks. It can't grasp, see, identify these small changes, often can't detect trends. And then when it happens, oh, didn't see that coming. Yeah, we all saw it coming. You ignored it.
Yeah. And look at this graph from the Economist article. It is also making a statement about the static warfare. It said even though Russia's only gaining 1.5 square kilometers a day or whatever, look at their rate of advance is one of the highest rates of advances since the beginning of the war, according to this in terms of Russian gains.
Okay.
Higher right now, higher than when Vuhledar fell in the late early fall of 2024. Higher than when Avdiivka fell in, I think, February of 2024. Higher rates of advance as far as territorial
but
gain.
also the trend is going down on that.
It
peaked and then it's going down.
It is going down, but even now, the current rate is still higher than all those battles.
What's the trade-off? How many guys are losing? They're losing 1,200 a day. That's 400,000 a year.
Hey, the question is, how long can they do it?
Yeah, you're running out of Siberians.
Can they do it for 89 years? Could they do it for 89 years?
That's a lot of Siberians, dude. That's a lot of ethnic, Asian, Mongolian, non-white Russian, non-political power holding humans out in the rural shitholes of Russia. When those expendable humans run out and you got to get the Moscow soy boys playing video games, going to Starbucks, trying to get the next cool pair of Ed Hardy t-shirts, when those guys get on the front lines and start getting their legs blown off with FPV drones, now tell me how long that lasts, Mr.
Now
89
the war
years.
is over. The critical mass in all this is the soy boys living in St. Petersburg. They need to target those. NATO should be. We need an information campaign. All of war is information, but we need an information campaign.
Russia starts to
against
believe,
the soy boys.
Yeah, they can't win this when they got to send the Moscow cream puffs who are like putting gel in their hair and going to whatever jazzercise workouts. When those guys start getting recruited and start getting greased on the front lines, that's when they got a problem. Until you hit the politically important critical mass, which aren't the yak farmers in Siberia, once those guys are all done getting whacked, now you got a problem.
And plus, we didn't even mention the 30,000 additional North Korean troops that may be headed towards Russia.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. That is a hefty. That is the amount of Russians that took Avdiivka. They think there was 30,000 Russians that took that small city. That's
interesting.
Yeah.
This shows that you don't have the manpower to do it yourself. You don't bring in foreign mercenaries because things are going well for you. Just like the British, you bring in the Hessians to fight the Americans. It's not because shit's going well for you. Oh, well, I'm bored. I just want to blow my money on these foreign mercenaries. Things are going bad. They're going south. You got to pay for people to fight your wars. Just like Rome, who started to fall to shit because they hired mercenaries because the Roman soy boys didn't want to handle their business anymore. So for me, I got it. It's more meat in the grinder. This is because things are going south for you. That's why you're doing it.
It's not a good sign. You don't want crappy North Korean artillery shells. You don't want crappy North Korean 18-year-olds. Because remember, we thought that those 11,000 North Koreans that were in Kursk, we thought that they were special operators.
What a joke.
It turns out they were like 18-year-old kids that had no idea what they were doing.
Remember seeing them get like their TA-50 issue? Like the videos where you're like, is that supposed to scare us? Yeah, the dudes are like getting their green overseas bag. They're getting like their 1-quart canteens issued. Like, is that supposed to scare people?
Yeah.
These are a bunch of raw recruits out of basic training who are politically powerless in North Korea, and you send them to get blown up, dismembered and clowned in the Donbass. Like,
Yeah.
I'm glad you watched video
No,
games
it
of
was
warfare.
Sumy. It was Sumy.
Sumy.
They
Oh, yeah,
got
Kursk.
clowned in Kursk, not the Donbass.
It's right next door, and I think they're headed that way. I'd be interested to see if these guys ever set foot in Ukraine. But that just means South Korea would talk more shit and still continue to do nothing.
Well, they're going to talk shit.
They talk so much shit with the North Koreans going into Russia. Well, we're gonna do something about this. You don't want to do this. What did you actually do to help Ukraine when your life's enemy across the border from
They
you?
made some
What'd
great
you do?
videos.
Okay.
They helped make some great videos of
Thank you so
North
much.
Koreans shooting each other trying to shoot a drone.
Hey, much appreciated. That gave us grist for about 5 minutes to talk about. Thank
It
you.
was wonderful. Yes. Thank you, North Korea. We appreciate you doing stupid shit, just like stupid Russians.
They're running out of manpower. So let me phrase it this way: they're running out of disposable manpower, politically disposable manpower. That's what they're running out of. Not manpower, but they don't want to use the manpower that have political power in Russia.
Okay. Yeah. I think they'll take anything. The Russians will take whatever they can get.
Anything. Anyone who will absorb a bullet, they're interested.
Let's go to armor warfare on the battlefield. We just had.
Let's do it. It's a contradiction, but let's do it.
I see what you did there. We just had Jojen Guza, Colonel Jojen Guza, on the podcast.
Oh, French guy. That's cool.
He's not French, obviously. We had him on the podcast last episode on War Week Friday, China. He defended the tank on the battlefield, but
weak sauce, bro.
Literally the same exact time as we were doing the interview, the Army released their manual on platoon tank operations. The same day, the same time we
That's
were
ironic.
doing the interview. I know.
Well, we influenced that. Well, let's be honest.
Oh, you think they hurried up and sent it out because we were discussing it on the podcast?
They're aware of us. I mean, let's just leave it at that.
That makes total sense. Apparently they're not aware of very many things, but maybe they're aware of us.
I don't think they are.
Holy shit, our U.S. Army Armor School, who is writing your manuals?
Themselves?
This is great. Like who, though? Some 75-year-old former, like...
Either that who retired there, or they gave it to... They tasked it out to a lieutenant supervised by a captain. Like, no one wants to write doctrine. Okay, it's probably a retired dude. Supervised by, like, a board captain.
Maybe.
Not like board certified, but like bored, like he's got nothing else to do.
He's pretty bored, yes.
He doesn't want to write doctrine. Then again, what else? If you're armor, what else do you got to do except write doctrine? There's nothing else to do. You're not fighting anywhere. You're drone bait. You're like, okay, you might as well write doctrine. There's nothing else for you to do.
The name of this document is simply Tank Platoon.
I like
July 2025.
I like it.
ATP 3-20.15. Army Technical Publication 3. Something like that. It's basically all about the tank on the battlefield. Everything from electronic warfare, maneuver, protecting the tank, everything you want to know about tank warfare should be in this book. But it's not, because incredibly...
What do you mean it's not? What do you mean it's not?
It's not. It's not. I read some of it on the drone stuff, what they're calling uncrewed air systems, UAS. They don't specifically call them drones
Why call it what everyone else on the planet does? Make up your own jargon. I got
it. Yeah, I get it. But hey,
God bless the military.
Yep. UAS is a pretty common term.
Yeah, I know. It's out there.
But it's just ironic that this was released the same day we were talking to Jojen Guza, the Army colonel. And we were talking about armored warfare.
We're cutting
Reading
edge, bro. We're cutting edge.
some of this, I looked at the electronic warfare section,
Nice.
and there is nothing in there about using a portable tank-mounted electronic warfare systems to defeat drones. They don't even mention it, like it doesn't even exist, even though Ukraine has been using this for a year now, and it's one of the primary defenses against non-fiber optic FPV drones and other
The
drones.
Russian armored capability across their military has been wiped out from FPV drones, and they don't mention it.
They don't mention it. They don't mention anything about electronic warfare against drones.
I need to cool off here, man. To be honest, I got to cool off here.
Okay, look at this. This is from Appendix F, page 354.
Who did they get to draw that? Like a 12-year-old or like one of their sons?
I don't
know. Who drew that?
Look at this picture right here. How to shoot down a Mavic. Are you going to shoot it with a tank? Now, clearly, you're not going to shoot it. You're not going to shoot it.
Dude, I've seen this before. What? This is the aerial kill zone. This is all they did.
A jet or a helicopter.
Yes, all
shit,
they
right?
did. These poor guys. That's why I say this is a fucking lieutenant or a junior captain on the staff.
This at the armor school,
dude. They took. I've seen that before.
Motherfucker is
that's
throwing
for attacking a helicopter with an aerial ambush. All they did was cut and paste a drone into it.
Did they get this from ChatGPT? I want to know.
Yeah, they did.
What half-assed bitch at the U.S. Armor School put together this piece of shit?
That's half-assed. All they did is cut and pasted. Dude,
this is embarrassing.
But dude, that is probably, you actually got to put in the size of an actual miniature quadcopter, dude. All they're saying is like, the drone is the size of a plane, therefore we treat it like a plane.
Not to scale. Look, first of all,
that's sad, dude.
That drone is flying higher than you would even be able to see it with your naked eye.
We're going to shoot it with the tank.
What are you going to shoot it with?
The tank.
Oh, it says canister round.
Okay. Dude, you took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say canister round. It's a giant shotgun round.
You want grape shot up against that, right?
Look at the Civil War was relevant. We use grape shot just like at Gettysburg.
The U.S. Army in 2025 is now using grape shot to take out drones. So the Civil War is relevant.
West Point is relevant. Yes.
Second of all, you are not going to aim the main 120 millimeter smoothbore cannon at something that small and that fast. This is absurd, ridiculous bullshit.
Welcome to the U.S. Army.
What?
Even Patton would have got this. Patton would shit himself. He would have a heart attack if this got published under his command. Patton was forward-looking. Forward-thinking. I don't even think Putin Patton would be an armor nut humper. I think he would be like, hey, let's be realistic, guys. We're here to win. We're here to be successful. We're not here just to be dogmatic. This is dogma. This is trying to make the tank relevant.
This is not sad. Best practice. This is not doctrine. This is not best practice.
Oh, but look at, you're right. So what they did is they cut and paste. That's the Foxbat. Look at, they put in the Ukrainian Foxbat Cessna suicide drone. That's all you do. The one Foxbat they launch every 6 months, and then over here,
no, it's just
the
absurd.
Quadcopter. Then we just use 2 tanks with canister rounds.
That quadcopter is like the
You're dead,
DJI.
Bro.
It's like the big DJI video one that they use for movies. That fucking quadcopter is not even on the battlefield. This is like ChatGPT fucking made this graphic and they threw it in there. We need to get somebody from the U.S. Armor School.
Look at, hey, armor
to
guy.
talk about. Explain this to me, please, in your words.
Then the armored platoon leader, this is the platoon, platoon leader directs ceasefire when the aircraft is destroyed or no longer a threat. And then I
Look,
like this. Execute a report to your higher headquarters.
Look-
Company commander, which is a captain, sitting in his
oh my
M1.
God, I can't watch it anymore. I got to take it off. I can't look at it.
Dude,
I can't
that
look
is
at it
so
anymore.
sad.
Look, it's embarrassing.
It's
I'm not
embarrassingly
an
bad.
armor officer. I don't,
neither.
you know, I think tanks are cool. They're
Yep.
useless, but
Yeah.
they're cool things.
Yeah.
But I'm embarrassed. We need to get somebody from the U.S. Armor School.
They
To-
will
to
never
talk-
discuss this.
Just show them that and say, just in your own words, explain to me what the fuck is going on here.
No one will touch that with a 10-foot pole. They have so much egg on their face right now. No one's touching that.
I'm reaching out.
Kindergarten
I'm reaching out to the
graphics.
Armor School of Excellence, and I'm going to
Of what? The Armor
they're gonna
School
change the
of
name
what
now.
the fuck? That's
They're
what
going to
it
have
is.
to change the names. It's not the Armor School of Mediocrity now. It's not this excellence.
It's
Is
the
gonna be
Armor School of Chat
maneuver.
GTP.
Maybe it's the Maneuver School of Excellence or something like that. I'll have to look it up.
That's
Sorry
some
for my
weak
ignorance.
ass shit, dude. My kids could come up with something
Holy
better
shit.
than that.
Do you know their solution for protection is to have an air guard scanning the horizon and really high up in the sky, according to this document.
I thought you were making it up. That's
no.
really it?
Your air guard will scan and listen for drones and then
Well-
report back.
Well, that
What?
is that is doctrine. I mean, that's as back as long as there was armor in play. That's World War II. You always have an air guard, a scout. I got it.
Sure.
Please tell me
But-
you got something more than a dude smoking a Marlboro on the hatch, staring into the sky 24 hours a day. And then when you do see the FPV drone that's coming at you 80 miles an hour at a terminal guidance track with an RPG strapped to it, then what? Hey, Lieutenant, we're about to get our ass waxed.
And boom.
Thanks, bro.
And
Thanks
what do you
for the
do when
heads up.
and this is only when you're stationary? Like, how do you protect when you're the column moving? That's when they hit you, is when you're moving in a column from the assembly
They don't
area.
have a solution.
What's the answer here?
They don't have a solution. There's no solution.
I don't want to beat this disgusting dead horse
I do.
too much.
I
but
do.
I would just like to. I want to. I just want to
This
bring
is
this
bad.
one
This is
thing up
bad.
here.
This is bad. This is someone just saying, fuck it. Come up with something. We got a deadline. The major's on my ass. Just write up something. They literally cut and pasted from the aerial ambush doctrine from like the 70s. And they just put a quadcopter. They cut and pasted a quadcopter. That's some pathetic shit, bro.
And it
I
also
thought
says,
dude, I thought the infantry was dumb. I was in the infantry for never. I thought we were dumb. Infantry is dumb. Dude, we're not that dumb.
on page, look,
That dumb.
one more point
Do it.
from ATP
Do it.
3-20.15, dated 10 July.
It's recent.
It is very recent. Okay, look, one more point from this, and then I'll drop this. Page 187, quote, although the typical armor company is not
Jesus.
outfitted with UAS,
Jesus.
with a UAS platform, armor companies and tank platoons can still benefit from aerial reconnaissance at higher
Sure.
echelons. End
Sure.
quote. Holy shit.
Sure.
In Ukraine, if you're trying to learn from modern conflict, for example, your 6-man mortar platoon will not go out without a Starlink and drones. You're talking about 4 tanks in a platoon, does not have any drone, except you're going to rely on the battalion drone. What?
That's a bad idea. Okay, this is the U.S. not catching up. You can go
Okay,
to Best Buy and get a drone.
I
Every
was hopeful.
tank should have its own drone. Every tank should have its
Yeah,
drone
yeah.
capability.
Yeah.
Like for
yeah.
surveillance, for whatever. Every
For
tank should be
targeting,
flying drones.
for aiming.
100%. Even if it's just correction of your shot. Reconnaissance to protect yourself. Okay, let's not even go there.
This is absurd.
I'm getting hot. I got to cool down. I got to cool down.
Yeah, this is absurd. This was ridiculous stuff, right?
I got to
here.
cool down, man. I'm
I
getting
can't.
fired
I
up. I can't do this.
I don't think maybe they should have just put placeholders in the document that said, look, this is what we're seeing in Ukraine. We're seeing this. There's changes on the horizon coming. Don't bother training this ridiculous shit at Fort Knox or wherever the fuck you're training this, NTC. Don't train this stuff, National Training Center. Do not train what we just wrote in this book because it's total horseshit. There's other stuff coming down the pipe. We'll get it to you as soon as possible. No, they can't do that. They can't say that. They've got to be bullshitters.
Wow.
Look at this. This is the definitive manual on tank maneuver platoon operations. I think the last one was 2019 was the last update to this. So somebody wanted that OER bullet that said we've completed another ATP 3-20, blah, 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 blah.
This is
ridiculous.
Whenever you see ridiculous stuff, you go back to bureaucracy. This is part of a bureaucratic process, not a lot of effective oversight. Someone had got some job to do in a cubicle farm somewhere with no windows, and this is what they came up with.
If the U.S. Army is learning from the last 3.5 years of high intensity conflict in Eastern Europe, if they are, they're keeping it a secret. It seems like they're keeping it in, the Pentagon Papers, 2025 edition, where we take all these lessons and we're just going to keep it a secret because we don't like what it says. It basically says the tank is dead, and we can't release that. Because if we release
they cannot release that.
That will take a big hit to our $1 trillion defense budget.
100%.
Okay, let's cleanse our palates of ridiculous armor warfare bullshit.
Yeah, let's move on.
And look at the Skynecks. Let's just watch a video. Here's the
let's
video.
Let's look at something good.
German
This is
Skynecks.
good stuff. Yeah.
Let's look at this video.
Man, I like how that thing
Ukrainian
looks.
Skynex air defense system provided by Germany. It features a 35mm cannon capable of firing programmable airburst ammunition, as seen in the video. A total of 6 Iran drones were successfully shot down. The system is mounted on a trailer-based platform. However, a major concern is that only 2 to 4 units are currently in service.
You need
As a
1,000.
result, we are now witnessing more Geran drone impacts, indicating a weakening of Ukraine's air defense.
I think the thing works, dude.
Pretty badass piece of kit.
It works.
This thing works.
Expensive.
$90 million a piece for a gun, for an ACAC.
Man,
that's a lot.
To me, that's pricey.
How many?
To me, that's pricey.
I think you're right. I think you're right. They need about 1,000 of these.
They need 1,000
at 100 million a piece. Nobody can do that math, but I bet it's a lot of money. Is that $1 trillion? Is that $1 trillion? I'm just guessing. 100 million times 1,000.
Wow.
Nobody can do that math. That's
nobody. It's impossible. Math. It's literally impossible. No one can, and no one will do that. Yeah. Impossible.
I'm doing the math right now. It appears to be, wait for it, 100 billion. 100 billion. Wow. I was off by just 1 0.
Well, it is what
$100 billion. I actually think of it this way. We've given Ukraine $350 billion, according to Donald Trump this morning.
So it is possible.
I think it's possible. We could give Germany $100 billion to make 1,000 of these and put it on every city.
Street corner.
Like the Gepard. You could buy
the Gepard's money, dude.
Yeah. The Gepard is a German air defense artillery gun that has two 35mm cannons. And it fires 1,000 rounds a minute. That's a lot.
At least. What caliber is it?
I think the Gepard is 35mm as well.
That's got some range, dude.
Yes.
It's got range, yeah.
The Gepard has a it can shoot upwards, like straight up, about 3.5 kilometers.
Wow.
But the Gerans, the Shahed drones, are flying at like 4,000 kilometers now, and they're nose diving. They're dive bombing now.
Right. You have to have these everywhere. Whatever you're protecting, it's got to
Yeah.
be where you're protecting. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if it's feasible. I mean, we talk about the price
Right.
curve
Right.
for strategic air defense versus offensive strategic air attack. It's just the price curve is not there. You know?
Right. So you'd have to see how much of these are you going to, how much you want to spend on this, how many do you need. You want to protect critical stuff with this. However, I'm of the mind they work.
Yeah.
If the Shaheds get in the range, I think they're getting them. You're done.
Oh yeah, it looks pretty effective. It looks pretty effective. So, does America make the best weapons on everything?
It does not. We already know that.
Okay, I'll cede the point.
Concede this one time.
Not concede, but I will concede.
Secede?
Secede from the Union? No.
Oh, back to West
I think just
Point.
seed. I think it's simply seed. I think the word is seed.
Let's do a
CEDE.
staff ride, Cold Harbor.
I'm correcting you. I'm silently correcting your grammar.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes. Yeah. So the Skynex from
I like it.
Rheinmetall,
It's
Germany.
expensive, but I like it.
It's expensive, but it's totally worth it. Okay, let's close out on some videos because,
Yes, sir.
why not? Video time. Look at this. This is just a Ukrainian ground robot with a gun.
Oh yeah.
Let's just check it out. Because
I know what you're talking
why
about.
not? Let's look at this thing.
I like this thing.
You got a little robot with kind of big wheels and a gun just driving around.
I like it.
Hey, shooting Russians. Now look at this from the pilot, I guess the driver, remote driver's perspective. I'm not sure. I'm not sure it's that effective, right?
The screen is it looks like the video is a little rough.
Yeah, your subject. First of all, let's talk about this because I think this is important as far as ground robots in combat. Because hey, is that the wave of the future? Here's a video of the driver, or the gunner, or whatever, shooting through the brush at Russians. Okay, I got it. Now, first of all, your field of view and your situational awareness inside this thing is very limited. I can run up behind this thing, and unless it has bounding overwatch by another robot or a human, I can just smear peanut butter on the optics, and it's out, right? This thing's done, out of commission. Or I can just tip this one over. This one doesn't have a flippy arm. Some of them have an arm that they flip if they need to get back over upright, if they tip over. This one doesn't seem to have a flippy arm. So very limited use here. Second of all, it's at the ground level. So if it's controlled by radio remote control, you're subject to terrain masking of that signal. And that's why it gets really fuzzy. Now, if you look at drones, the FPV drone control, like right here, not subject to trees or hillsides or towers or buildings blocking the radio control signal. Until the FPV drone gets into its final descent, then the radio control signal gets fuzzy. And we've seen that on hundreds of videos.
Right.
But the ground robot is subject to that almost immediately from leaving the forward operating base.
But I think this is worth trying to work out. This is where you're reducing your exposure of manpower, obviously.
Sure.
Yeah, this is worth working out. You should be doing this with several ground drones. You should be doing this with support from your aerial drones. They should be doing combined arm robotic assaults. If you want to save manpower, you can do this. You can get good at this.
But they need to keep working on it. It's not ready for prime time. Even though the stories we've heard recently of the Ukrainians forcing Russians to surrender to their ground robots.
Happens once in a while.
It
once
happens.
in a while.
This is like the laser system. Anything with a laser that's going to shoot down anything else, still 5 years away. Always 5 years away.
Yep, that's what it seems like. I know.
Yeah. Okay. Staying on the drone theme. Let's look at this. This is a video of a drone dropping spikes, like spike strips, like the Texas Highway Patrol
I like it.
dropping spike sticks.
I like it.
And then a Russian motorcyclist hits these strips.
Nice.
And then, okay, here we go.
Goes boom.
They're just dropping them from a drone. These
Good.
strips.
I like it.
And then this motorcycle falls over, and then another FPV drone comes by.
Oh, nice.
Eliminates him.
Oh, nice.
Pretty cool TTP.
Oh, poor guy. Oh,
Look
no.
Oh, my motorcycle's broken, and so am I.
Oh, the spike strips. Dude, that's that evolution of, the conflict. That's interesting. Where motorcyclists, right? That's their idea. They're going 60, 70 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Dirt roads, speed is your safety until you hit spike strips.
Look, you can't put TM62 mines down, right?
Yeah, you're going to see them. You just go around them.
They're going to see them. They're going to go around them. Anti-personnel mines? Maybe. But this TTP
brilliant.
is pretty solid. I like it. I'm impressed.
I like it. And then they follow up and whack you. Now, you probably F yourself up pretty good on this. Try going over your handlebars doing 60 on a dirt bike. You have some experience in that. Let me know how that works out for you. F a dude up just with that. I like that.
It's no fun. It's no fun. You'll be in a terrible, if you're lucky, you'll be in a terrible Russian field hospital for a week.
Ugh.
Maybe. Anyways. Okay. This I want to show this video. The video is not necessarily impressive from like, oh, that's new and inventive. It's simply an airstrike on a building that the Russians were using as a drone command post where they're flying drones out of.
Right.
And simply, boom, they blew this up with an airstrike. So
JDAM?
Something.
Some guided
joint
munition.
Direct attack munition bomb.
Maybe
Basically
the
a
French
bomb from an airplane.
Hammer?
Scalp or the hammer. Yes. Something. Not a big deal. What I really wanted to emphasize here is killing smart Russians. Is finding the way to defeat drone warfare is right now, before the advent of ubiquitous AI drone warfare, the way to do it right now is kill the smart Russians, the pilots.
The drone pilots, right. Right.
Yeah. So I just wanted to highlight that. I wanted to
what I take away from that, though, is that that you have the aerial ability to do that. That the Russian air defense has been so degraded over the years. They've lost so many expensive field, radar systems, anti-aircraft systems. They have lost, I don't know how many billions of dollars on that. That there's holes in their defenses, and the Ukrainians can get glide bombs in, to hit targets like this. I find that interesting.
Yeah. We don't see a lot of videos anymore of Russian radar systems shooting missiles at, Ukrainian drones.
No, they're not hitting anything. Stuff. They're not hitting anything.
Those days are long gone. This is,
This dude's
Anyways,
over.
Good chat. Hey, if you like the Flash Traffic podcast, let's get our subscribers up to 3. And subscribe, like, thumbs up, because the only way we really get our word out there is just word of mouth. So you, the listener and the viewer, that's right. Hit subscribe, hit like, send us a comment, forward to somebody you think that might be interested in learning about war, drones, Ukraine, Mark Rutte, anything like that. Okay.
Check.
Good chat. Okay.
Likewise.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
The Flash Traffic Podcast.